sound like a doctor. We on.
All right. Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto
How was Shem Yahushai, Shem Rakakadas?
All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, all right, who teach and rule well. All right, peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful like Akim out there, pushing his word with truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Bible Shad Avodah, the house of Israel, or the house of David. Okay, the men, women, and children tuning in. All right, this is a Men of Valor Las Vegas camp. All right, coming back to you through the Spirit. All right, prophesying week in and week out. We are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, prophesying against this great war. All right, in the scriptures known as Babylon the Great, but today we know it to be this beast system known as America. All right, Rome 2.0. All right, spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Right, so it's getting wet.
No, it's picking up. I'm watching the raindrops.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Got a little weather, you know, that hurricane. All right, I don't know what it's called.
It starts with an H.
Yeah, but that's coming up the coast.
Yeah.
Right, another display of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's glory and wonder. All right, in the end times, he's bringing these catastrophic events. All right, and we're prophesying against this world, against this system. All right, so we don't care how it happened. We just pray that we, through our works and our faith, all right, that we obtain that salvation, which Yahweh Bashim Yahshua promised 1/3 of Israel. Now Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, and only 1/3 of our nation, all right, is going to be saved, all right, from destruction. All right, it's going to be saved from those ICBM missiles that are soon to hit the shores of America. All right, as you seen in the news, that Putin, you know, has been dealing with North Korea, all right, and providing them or supplying them with hypersonic missiles. All right, you have a summit meeting at Camp David, I believe, this weekend. And Slaki if I'm wrong, but it's between Biden, South Korea, and Japan. All right, and who are they going to be talking about? They're going to be talking about their problem with China. All right, who is another, you know, up and coming world power. Now, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is going to shut all that shit down. Hey, according to Psalms 2, says, why do the heathen rage? All right, because Israel, Yasharallah, the prince of the power, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's chosen people, got next. All right, and Lord willing, that comes soon because we need salvation yesterday. All right, but Yahweh Bashim Yahshua has put the prophets, all right, his chosen messengers out on the highways and byways, all right, to proclaim his word, to prophesy against these leaders of this world, all right, the kings of this earth, all right, and to warn the Israelites about this upcoming destruction that Esau Edom is bringing to this world. Well, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is putting the spirit on Esau Edom to cause destruction. As you see that big ass fire that was out in Maui, all right. And we know that we are not ignorant of their devices. All right, what are they planning to push forth? And we're seeing the infrastructure, you know,
crumbling down.
Right. As soon as it rises, it's falling right down. Is this MOTV system? All right.
Those should I build?
Yeah, those you build, I will
throw it down. So all right. With that, we're gonna get into these scriptures. All right, and Lord willing, it be edifying.
And Slakia. Also, that the heathen may receive their judgment as well. We're out here to tell the heathen their judgment as well. Not only 2/3 of the nation of Israel, but you heathen nations, they have to receive your judgment. So Yahweh Bashim Yahshua has no stone left unturned.
Right. You heathens are going into captivity, slavery. All right. And that's the justice that we're looking for. That's the reparation we're looking for. I seen that Jake, you know, before I left, same shit. You know, can't hold his pants or tries to walk around with with his pants on his knees picking his ass.
Hey,
Had his whole ass out last time I seen him.
hey, that Jake remind me of in Living Color.
Right, right. Hey, our people are in a defiled state right now. Why? Because of the strange doctrine, the strange wine that Esau Edom has pushed forth. You have Jake drugged out, bugged out,
Assed out.
Women
assed
here
out.
pouring it up.
Right? You can see it on full display. The dry bones, living it up. Or you're gonna die if you continue to live it up here in Babylon the Great. All right, you're gonna die by those idols you worship. You're gonna die by that philosophy that goes completely against Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai's will for his chosen people.
By the ICBM missile too.
All right, that cleansing agent.
Yep.
Right, that's all prophecy.
This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 24 and 33. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy and leave it to all ages forever.
Right. So this doctrine, all right, the one true doctrine in Yahweh Shai, as the scriptures say, is going to be what is poured out, all right, for everybody to hear, all right, and not for everybody just to hear, but to take heed to it and either learn that they are part of the nation of Israel, all right, they belong to the nation of Israel, all right, or you get your judgment, all right. Actually, go to Isaiah 34 real quick. And it's going to be poured out as prophecy. Now, this word is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the word, all right, who you ignorantly called Jesus, okay? And the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, okay? And so we're coming in that same spirit. We're telling you what to prophesy something means to tell you what happens, what's going to happen before it happens, all right? Now the prophets on the highways and byways teaching the 100% truth of the Bible through the GMS doctrine, which we have faith that that's the true doctrine of the Lord, and it's really Yahweh Shai's doctrine. All right, but what are we teaching? We're teaching prophecy. We're teaching about the MOTB. All right, we're teaching about ICBM missiles. We're teaching about the chariots of the Lord, the so-called UFOs, UAPs. All right, that are gonna also bring destruction. That are going to bring salvation as well. All right. Now Esau has this doctrine, or has this false doctrine out, where he's trying to perceive the masses that these UFOs are little aliens. All right. You got people thinking that alien spacemen are going to come down, all right, and shoot them with their laser beams. All right. Are going to show up with that big head.
Mars, was it War Mars, that comedy movie?
Yeah, Attack on Mars.
Yeah.
Attack on Mars. They think that's the reality of these UFOs. All right, which Esau has his mock UFOs. He has technology of the fatness of the earth. All right, so he has things to, and then what else do you got? You got those holograms too.
Project Bluebeam.
Project Bluebeam. Right. So he's imitating Yahweh Shai's power, so he could deceive the masses. Why would he do that? So people won't believe the prophets of the Lord. All right, he's trying to discredit the prophets of the Lord. Why? Because we have no doctrine degree background. Why? Because we didn't go to a 10-year as an apostle says,
Cemetery.
theologian cemetery. All right, we didn't go to them schools. We didn't get a little report card. Well, what does the scripture say about that? Job 13 says, "You are physicians of no value." Those little pieces of paper, ain't shit. You need to go wipe your ass with them. That's what they mean. To how about you outside? If this world's foolishness, all right. This world's wisdom is foolishness to the Most High. You got it.
34 and 1. Isaiah, right? Isaiah.
Yeah.
It's 1, right? It's Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations,
And to hear.
right, and hearken, ye peoples. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it.
Right. And what are they hearing? They're hearing the prophets on the highways and byways speak this true doctrine. All right. They're hearing the prophecy. All right, here what comes forth out of it. All right, what's coming forth out of it? Destruction. All right, destroying Esau, Edom's queendom. All right, and Yahweh Bashim Yahshai ushering in the true rulership of this world, bringing restoring righteousness. All right, through the house of David. All right, setting back in order, this world.
There's that testimony that's given. All right. That the men are out on the highways and byways, hey, giving that testimony and bearing witness of Yahweh by Shemi Shai. Matter of fact, I got a pre.
Yes.
All right, this is going to be the book of First John. Like it, First John chapter 5, and I'm going to start at verse 8, and it reads, "And there are three that bear witness in earth, the spirit and the water and the blood, and these three agree in one. If we receive the witness of men, the witness of God is greater. For this is the witness of God, which he has testified of his son." All right, and I just wanted to read that verbatim. All right, because it is Yahweh who bears witness of his son, Yahweh Shai. All right, and he has told us in the book, hey, did Yahweh Shai send for the nation of Israel his only begotten son, and that his prophecies wouldn't fail? So why would we believe man over Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's word? All right. Hey, what did Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said? I came to fulfill the law, I came to fulfill the law, not to do away with the law or the prophets. Okay, so that's why you have the men out on the highways and byways, hey, proclaiming the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and still until this very day, until this day.
Right. You know it's true because it's happening.
God.
All right, now the prophecies are actually, coming, to life. All right, they're speaking. All right,
making it even more plain upon.
Yeah, now you can see it. We're living out and seeing the destruction, seeing Esau's sword. All right, parts of his sword. We ain't even seen it at its highest point yet.
Right.
We're seeing glimpses, but it's still, we're living out the prophecies of the Old Testament and the New Testament.
God.
We're living out these end times as the things that were prophesied before. We're actually in them.
Right. Hey, you gotta go through this. All right, for prophecy's sake. This is why Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, hey, ordained all these things to happen. All right. Hey, and they happen in chronological order. All right, because everything's in order with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, his prophecy doesn't fail and his word doesn't fail. If he says it's going to happen a certain way, it's going to happen that way. All right, not your program. Right. Don't wait for it.
Yeah. You got Deuteronomy.
Yeah, I got Deuteronomy. This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and I'm going to start at 1. And it reads, "Give ear, O ye heaven, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, with the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew."
So there's this word, all right, Yahweh Shemi Ashai's doctrine, his testimonies, the prophecies of his book, all right, are going to be heard from one end of the earth to the other. Hey, go grab Matthew 28. All right, where Yahweh Shai demanded or commanded his disciples to go preach this gospel to the ends of the world. All right. Down at the bottom, 19. Yeah, you could do it.
This is Matthew 28 and 18. "And Yahweh Shai came and spoke unto them, saying, All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth."
Right. And what does it say that what did Yahweh Shai say? What does it say in Romans? All right. It says that we are joint heirs with them. All right. If we partake in the suffering. All right. Now another indicator of who the true men of the Lord are is that you're going to be in a straight gate. All right. You're going to be in difficult positions, you're going to receive chastisement. Okay? This is what the apostles were talking about at camp earlier. All right? That chastisement is an indicator that the Lord loves you, according to Hebrews 12.
Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen.
So we were saying, all right, that's what the word apostle means. It just means sent away. All right, sent to go preach his word. We're taking out the world, all right, and sent from Yahweh Shemi outside who came in the spirit, the spirit of this word. All right, the Holy Spirit jumped on us, and we had to act on it. That's what
Can you go back to that right quick? Go back to 20 right quick.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna pull.
Read it again. Yeah, read 20 again.
This is Matthew 28:20. Teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen.
Right. To observe all things. All right. And to keep, that means keep your head on the swivel. All right. To understand what prophecy, and prophecy lies everywhere. Okay, as Yahweh Shemi Shai, hey, it's stirring up these other nations, all right, and going as we go into other nations, all right, because Israel is scattered as the sand of the sea, okay, so we have to keep on going into these other nations and giving this testimony of Yahweh Shemi Shai, all right, so it's not going, his words will not fail. That's why he said, go unto all nations. Okay, because every nation has to receive their judgment, and we have to pull out the elect amongst the nation. Abaratazal, we are those men fishing for the elect. Okay, doing it with truth, sincerity, and honesty. Okay.
Hey, the scripture, real quick, the scriptures tell you to be a watchman. All right, now we need to be watching what the news for the news and what's going on in this world for the signs of prophecy. All right, because we know, hey, Matthew 24 says, what Second Esdras says, 15, 16, says it's gonna be happening. Those wars and rumors of wars, and you see it.
Yeah.
Hey, we seeing big missile talk.
Right.
These alliances taking place. All right. The economy
On the verge of
crashing. It's already crashed, man.
Yeah,
It's already crashed. Elder Malcolm did a video 2 weeks ago, or something about 2 weeks ago, where he had this looked like an Edomite chick, saying that now the percentage rate of what you got paid, like right before the Great Depression, and what you were able to buy with what you're being paid is way off.
Yeah. Hey,
You could buy a house within a year with your salary. Now, your salary, it'll take, it's 11% of the cost of a home.
like we've been saying, hey, we've been recessionally depressed. So we've been in a great Great Depression longer than we've been in a recession.
Right. So the inflation doesn't, your pay rate isn't stacking up to the inflation rate.
Right.
All right. It's not matching.
Yeah.
Do the math. I think that's what the apostle, or what the elders called that video was, two languages don't lie.
Right.
Math,
because hey, the math never lies. Either the algorithm is wrong, all right, or it's a human error, all right, which goes back to the algorithm being wrong, using the wrong algorithm.
And you devils is the face of lies. All right, born estranged from the womb, meaning that you are made this way. You are made to deceive the masses. Yahweh outside made you to even deceive yourself. Why have the pride deceive you?
Right.
All right, he made you think you in a good case.
Hey, that's right. Hey, look at your whole doctrine. Look at your book. The balls.
Yeah,
You know?
well,
That's
yeah.
what we're not gonna say too much on that, but you know what book we talking about for the small hats. Oh, all right. Everything got verse to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right. You were made to be the Antichrist and the adversary. All right. Just as these other nations are.
So, this is Acts 2:42, and they continue steadfasting in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship and the breaking of bread and in prayers.
All right. Because we have to stand, hey, we stand fast in the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, we break bread with one another. Hey, not only a fellowshipping with one another, but with these epistles that we do on the daily. All right, breaking bread continues, hey, to push Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's word. All right, fasting and praying so that we can get up out of here. Abaratazah. All right, like the brother said, hey, we hope to get out of here yesterday.
Yes.
All right,
But everything has its appointed time, man.
right.
You know. I'll read it for real quick. Was you know what I said? Be preoccupied with the in privacy. Yeah, it was
I
Sirach.
think it's Sirach.
38 or 37.
Oh yeah, 39 and 1.
You got it.
This is Ecclesiasticus 39, also known as Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is acquainted. Oh, wait. Oh,
Something like that. You want to say?
Occupied, and the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients and be occupied in the prophecy.
Right. That he's going to be occupied in his word. Right, seeking out the wisdom of the ancient. Well, who's the ancient of days? Yahweh. This is where our wisdom goes back to. All right. This is where Yasharalah's wisdom goes back to. That's why we were made, all right, as wise people. Seen as wise people in the side of these heathen nations. Why? Because when we were in righteousness and followed the law, statutes, and commandments, because there's a scripture also in Sirach to say the performance of the law is wisdom. All right. Hey, that's the commandments are life. Okay, they breathe life. Okay, that's why in the kingdom when we're following the commandments to a T, all right, on point. All right, in that new covenant, in the new body. All right, that's why we ain't never gonna die. All right, and being occupied in these prophecies, walking with that light, because this word is what's guiding you. All right, you can go down one.
Go down the 3, a little bit.
Yeah.
He will keep the sayings of the renewed man,
The renowned
man. So like,
right? Who were the renowned? All right, they say a good example of that is in Genesis. All right, when it spoke about the sons of God. Okay, who are the Israelites today? That righteous seed line. Go ahead.
and where subtle pebbles are, he will be there also.
Right, where subtle parables are. All right, where Yahushua spoke in parables. All right, mystery, dark saying.
Cool.
Right, codes. And who did he release those mysteries to? His prophets. All right.
Go ahead,
Yeah, you just got one more.
He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant and dark parables.
Right, that's what we're doing here on the highways and byways. What's that? Malachi 3 and 16. Yeah. I mean, we often spoke with each other. All right, and this communication between men with that believe in the same thing. All right, believe in that truth on the same accord as Yahweh Bashem outside. the same accord in doctrine, man, it's a beautiful thing, and it leads to the revealing of more. All right, it reveals, more. What is the scripture that say, iron sharpeneth iron? All right, well, you need iron to sharpen iron, so you can't bring a wooden sword. All right, you can't bring a pillowcase. All right, you can't bring a gun to a knife fight or a knife to a gunfight. You got it?
That was it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon. It's going to be chapter 7 and verse 24, and it reads, "For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness."
Right.
All right?
Hey, wisdom allow you to maneuver through situations. Why? Because you have the eyes to see. You have clarity. All right. To move about with what? Spiritual discernment. All right, and that's going to be very important in these upcoming times, and in the times of Jacob's trouble. All right, where knowledge and wisdom going to be the stability of our time. You can't quote that scripture enough. Are you going to be able to use that knowledge and wisdom?
Wow.
Are you still going to have it? Are you even going to hear it? All right, to begin with. Well, how about you outside? Open up your eyes. All right.
Give you the eyes to see and the ears to
Right,
hear.
because the rest were what? Blinded.
Wow. I'm going to go to 25, and it reads, "For she, for she is the breath of power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and a pure influence followeth from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore, can no defiled thing fall into her."
Right, because what says that say that wisdom is Yahweh Shai's mate. All right, this wisdom should be our best, our lifetime partner. All right,
And I'm going to drop down to 28, and it reads, once again, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, and verse 28, and it reads, "For Yahweh Bashim Yahushai loveth none but him that dwelleth in wisdom."
Right.
All right. Hey, that's plainly said.
So he's dealing with idiots out there. Yeah, he deals with the meek, the lowly, all right, the deaf, the dumb, the blind. He makes them smart, but he ain't out here loving you simple as Jake, man. You simple idiots, all right. And right, well, to be prideful, you're stupid. All right, you have no fear of the Lord, and where fear is wisdom.
Okay, they don't take instruction. Fools don't,
Yeah,
respect.
harshing to instruction, and this is all instruction. All right, instructions that we received and we had to follow in order first. All right, yeah, the prophets are out here, but we're supposed to be living what we're teaching. All right, you can't just be saying, "Oh, you need to get in order in your house correct." You gotta take that beam out of your own eye. Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. Like getting your house in order, Jake. You know what I'm saying? You got more on that?
I mean, I can keep going. It's like,
I got one.
yeah, I can keep going. It's all there. So,
yeah, I got one.
Go back to it. This is Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil." Now, we're talking about walking with the Spirit, walking in the Spirit. All right, using that wisdom. All right, that's part of,
watching the times, knowing what's in your surroundings. All right, if you're not being circumspect, if you're not being a watchman, you're gonna get caught as a thief in the night. How Shai is coming, or how the Lord's coming back. You're not gonna be ready for these times coming up. All right, you're gonna get hit with the blind side. All right, out of that's one of the most dangerous hits a quarterback can take. So our blind side are with all right, that tackle that
on the offensive line, that's this word. All right, that's the how about Shimon Shah, that's the angels, but you got to be what?
Dwelling with wisdom. You got to be, in the spirit. You have to have that hedge of protection. All right, that ultimately it has been predestinated, but Yahweh Shemi Al put the spirit on those that were predestinated to be occupied in the scripture.
You say falling back in your lot, right?
Yeah, everybody falls back in their lot. With the you want to get that go to Revelation 1, I think 11. And that's we're gonna see who's in. And hey, it was beautiful. Brother did a video. I believe it was GMS Virgin Islands Freight Gate. All right, where it's saying this stage, places everyone places.
Yeah.
So it was, Yahweh Shimon Al setting the stage, and everybody who's wicked is falling into the place of the wicked. All right, these false prophets, these Christian, false idol worshipers, these these people that are just wicked, they're being revealed. All right, and the righteous are hey, we're building up on the right hand side. All right, we're getting stronger in this space, preparing for the day of destruction. Because you got it. It should be let the just be just and the let the unjust, let the unjust be unjust. The filthy be filthy. Yeah, it's not good. What's on it? All right, they like right around May 13th.
No, it's I thought it was in one. Maybe it's down.
I got it. Revelation 22, 11.
22 and 11. Something in 11.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 11, and it reads, "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still."
Right. So, and that's what's playing out. All right, and then read down one more.
Sure.
The spirit is revealing everything. It's revealing who's who. All right, you need to get under this load if you're not with it. All right, and if you could receive it, all right, you need to get with the true prophets of the Lord. Not saying that we say that Lord willing, but you got to say it with a also being sure, because we're sure in faith.
God.
All right, this ain't no game. All right, these other camps don't go into what we're going into. All right, they out here to make a quick dollar, just like these pork chop pastors. All right, we're out here actually, doing it out of the love of this word.
They clout chasing. I gotta preach. They clout chasing and doing it to be seen by men. So,
Right.
all right.
You got it.
Read this one, then you get to
Yeah. That's gonna be it.
book Revelation chapter 22, verse 12, and it reads, "And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as the work shall be."
Now, is you gonna get a good reward,
Or
you gonna get an ass whooping? Because the reward means, it goes both ways.
God. Hey, for you Christians out there, is Santa Claus going to give you a bag of coal? Right? Hey, that shit is, not only is that shit wicked and false, all right, a fable, all right, that you grew your kids up on and that bullshit, okay? But hey, nevertheless, hey, Yahweh Shimmy Our Shine, it will give you something. It will give you a righteous Slakia, a righteous reward, a right of gifts, or you will get a righteous reward of indignation.
Right. You know, someone indoctrinated when, and just go through the motions of shit when they say, you know, there's a lot of shit sucked up with the Roman Catholic Church, all right, with these churches in general, and then go right back and participate in their events.
Right.
Go right back in that line. All right. You know,
There for Sunday mass.
right. Throwing up the sign of the cross. Right. And you could show them all the things that lead up, and they're like, yeah, I don't really believe in that, but then you still go and practice the same things because that's all I know.
Right.
All right. Or people need to be retaught.
Hey, because yeah, I got a video that I want to do going well, and I thought of it earlier, and it's you like being lied to.
Yeah.
All right, because it's the people, you two turds out there, all right, love being lied to. All right, here it is. You wouldn't accept, hey, speak on doing smooth things, but you wouldn't accept somebody lying to your face saying, you wouldn't accept your boss saying, hey, you know, your paycheck is not going to be here till next month. Right? Hey,
Or
and-
telling you you're gonna get paid
Right.
tomorrow. And
You're
you'll
gonna get paid tomorrow, but your paycheck is not gonna be here next month. Well, that doesn't make any sense anyway. I'm supposed to be paid tomorrow, but you say it's not gonna be here the next month. So you lied to me saying I was gonna get paid tomorrow. All right, even though my payday is tomorrow, but you're telling me I'm still gonna get paid next month.
And then-
What is it?
or you know, they say that, but then they keep on telling you every day it's gonna be tomorrow.
Right, it's gonna be tomorrow. Oh, it'll be here. Just wait on it. Just wait on it.
Or now they're gonna tell you when you go, they're gonna tell you your pension is gonna be fine. You don't got nothing to worry about. That pension.
Hey, that
Don't worry about the pension.
you should be able
It's
to.
gonna
relate to
be
that.
there. By the time you retire, it's gonna be there.
Hey, just as they did those yellow trucks. Oh yeah. All right. Hey, they supposedly had pensions and everything, right? But here it is. This fucking devil gamble with these people's livelihood.
30 years.
All right.
That's what all the major banks do. When you put your money in a bank, they're doing the same thing that the
Stock market.
the
Stock
smart people are doing in the stock market.
Right.
All right, they're putting your money into these mutual funds and different accounts, profiting, and then when they shit go bad, you can't withdraw no money.
They're investing your money in
But they'll tell you this, go to
while making money off of you.
I got it. But then they'll turn around and tell you,
And then leave you with the bill, saying you still owe them money
right,
for the money that they fucking lost.
if any brother ever went through having a garnishment, all right, and mine was wrong, all right. I had gotten, you know, some years ago, I got some tax-free money that I wasn't supposed to get taxed on, and then they came back years later after I had got a different job, taxed me. I had to work 3 paychecks, you know, with half my check, and then see that wage I didn't see that wage garnishment from another 3 weeks. Okay, so the IRS can take your money, all right, in minutes, all right, but then to repay them, you got to go through 2 weeks of paperwork,
Right.
and filing. See, that's unrighteous. Woe unto those who have unrighteous decrees.
God.
All right. Now in the kingdom, all right, and how ways supposed to work is that you get paid the same day.
Right.
You get a day's pay for a day's work.
That's right.
All right.
Hey, and only those who will be charged interest are the heathen nations. All right. No Israelite will charge another Israelite interest.
Right.
All right. It's unjust. Okay.
Right.
And that's
But
not
we
the
getting
problem.
that free labor.
Oh, oh, for the first 1,000 years, you ain't getting shit.
Yeah, that's our reparation.
Right. You're gonna get that. Hey, you might. Hey,
You gonna be all right.
Edom's gonna be in a pit. All right. He's
You
gonna
ain't
be in a
getting
pit. You ain't getting shit. You ain't get. Hey, you. At first, you other heathens are gonna be down there too. All right. You're gonna slowly work your way up out of the pit.
You gotta work your way up to the
Right. You gotta work your way up to the hut.
But think about how you know how they did
You know, every time we got established somewhat,
they fucked us up.
Right.
All right, so hey, it's gonna be a long time.
It's 1,000 years. Hey, remember, hey,
one
Yahweh,
day.
yeah, Yahweh hey, is the ancient of days. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, hey, Yahweh was here before time, the ancient of days.
And guess what? We in the new body, we're not subject to time.
God, hey, how much more is he gonna slow down the time? The kingdom has to be fully built up.
Probably feel like 1,000,000 years. Right? I got one real quick. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Now this is what the so-called white man, the Edomites, all right, do. They say, no, don't worry about it. It's gonna be all right. We have a plan. What's their plan? The great, you know,
Deception.
yeah, the great deception, the great, you know, R. You know, that R word. I don't know if we can say it or not.
Yep.
You know, that they're NWO. All right. They're going to come up with, they're saying everything's going to be all right when they know damn well, all right, this place is screwed.
Just like you got a lot of these companies. All right, I recently had family members, hey, who, multiple family members, hey, who in bad cases with their jobs.
Right.
Okay, hey, you work for a while, you work for a month. All right, we're gonna take care of everything. You start working for home, and hey, and then they what? They can impeach.
Right. And some people not even getting no severance pay.
Right, no severance packages, no unemployment. Okay, you cannot fill out for unemployment and everything. Hey, due to this devil's devices. All right.
What's that in Ecclesiastes? Or Ecclesiastes? The grinding shall cease.
Yep. Right.
You know, the grinding's gonna stop. The labor, all right, is gonna stop, just as it did in the Great Depression.
Right.
All right, it's just gonna be worse.
Especially when this hyperinflation starts to set in.
It's a greater depression. We already see the stage been set, but we ain't seen the effects of it. Some places are worse than others.
God. Hey, wait till your pack of bacon costs $300. Like Amawana Bud did a lesson on. Right? That hyperinflation Apostle Tahar did a lesson on. Right. All right. Hey, as of recent.
So that's in Revelation 5 or 4, you know.
Hey, and like the brother said, the grinding shall cease. All right, but that hyperinflation, when that sets in, hey, Jake ain't gonna want to work. Jake don't want to work now. All right. So how much more Jacob's trouble gonna get popping off? How much more? Hey, how much more trouble are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds whose fathers aren't gonna go back? Hey, how much more trouble are you gonna be in? All right. Hey, second address. Okay, 15.
Right.
All right.
You know that
So not regarding the prince.
Yeah.
Oh.
But second address was that 6?
Yeah, second address 6.
That suddenly the storehouses will appear empty.
Yep.
You see that now in the grocery store.
Hey, you got a brother up in Pahrump. Hey, took a picture of the Walmart out there. Okay, empty shelf. All right, here it is. You're relying on this system. At the same token, same time, you're thinking, okay, I can live off the land, but you don't have the ability to live off the land. One, most Jakes don't have land. 2, hey, you don't have the seeds. All right, you got these one-season seeds, and everything is polluted. You can't grow a healthy crop with polluted water. All right.
Even the seeds that they manufacture are not even.
Right.
Like one of the
You try to do your own food, you really can't.
yeah, one of the worst things is the spices we put on our food.
God.
Them is, you know, got a shit ton of chemicals. All right. I got something real quick. This is Revelation 6:6. It says, and I heard a voice in the midst of 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurst not the oil and the wine. And that's inflation. Now that was the inflation that was seen during the times of the Romans.
Yep.
All right, but it's coming. Guess what? It's coming back again.
Hey, because everything is reincarnated, not only
Right.
people, but systems.
People,
right.
places,
Yeah. People, places,
rulership,
things, and rulership ain't nothing new. Nothing. Nothing.
famines.
Right.
Famines were always been there when how Hashem Yahushua was displeased with the way things were going.
God.
All right, when there was an offense. Now they used to be, and they were, guess what? They were always targeted, mostly to Jake.
God.
Now you had other places plagued, like Egypt was plagued, but guess what? It was for Jacob had to go through that famine too.
God. Hey, who's gonna suffer most in this time? All right. Hey, Jacob, but also, hey, these women and children.
Yeah.
All right, and 2/3. Hey, Americans in general. All right, that don't have the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hey, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai saved the best for last.
Right.
All right. But Americans in general are going to suffer. Why? Because they care not. All right. They care not, hey, to fast, care not to pray, care not to take care of their own health.
Right. Hey, just as Yahushua, prophesied of famine and the abomination of desolation, or in 70 AD.
God.
Okay. Hey, these prophets today are doing the same thing.
God.
All right, preaching a famine, pestilence. Okay, and guess what? Now we're not going to be in the temple. All right, we're going to be in these smart cities.
God.
We're going to be in Esau. Esau got less than his.
His temple.
Yeah, his cells. You're right.
Smart city.
Right.
Smart. Everything that's smart.
Hey.
And
But hey,
smart about
some of us will be on the run. Some of us will be at FEMA camp.
Some going to escape.
Yes.
Some going to be in an even tighter,
Yeah.
situation.
Hey, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai deliver all of us out of it. All right, whether it be that you die for the name and the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, and you show up first on the chariots to pick your brothers and sisters up. All right, or hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai turns you up and he allows you to make it through Jacob's trouble. All right, until you beamed up. All right, either way, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has you for a deliverance. You just have to trust in him. All right, it's not your program, it's his program.
That's fair. That's fair. Accepting the program.
Yeah. That's the point. Like, Jake gets so flustered when shit don't happen on their time.
Right.
All right. You damn near ready to curse out the Most High. All right. And then you see that, hey, it didn't happen exactly the way that you thought it was going to happen, or it didn't happen on the time period, but you knew what ultimately was going to happen maybe 2 or 3 weeks later.
God.
All right. And then now you all for it. You all for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
God.
But you have to be with them through that dark period as well.
God, who will stand for me? Who will stand for me in that day?
Right.
All right. Hey, as well as Jake told me, and I'll never forget it. This is one of the sayings that always play in my mind. All right, I was working at a job, and Jake told me, even though I know it hit different when I heard it.
Right.
All right, progress is a process.
Right.
All right. For progress, there has to be process taken to get to the point where you need to get to the point where you want to be.
Right. What do the apostles say? That experience is the best teacher.
God. Right? And experience that those sayings go hand in hand. All right? Because the experience of the process, all right, is what builds you up.
I had a phrase for that. It was the word patient that you were speaking.
Yeah. 1 second. And we got to be with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua through thick and thin. That was a saying that like you say with your friends. Oh, you've been with me from day one. My day one.
Yeah.
All right, but you go back like 4 flats.
Flats on the Cadillac. I was just thinking that. Go back like 4 flats on the Cadillac.
If you was with somebody when their car had 4 flats,
hey,
whether you was in a Cadillac or a Pinto,
right.
Hey,
and you stood there and you held, or you walk with them. Hey, that's
right. You walked to go get that water to put in the radiator. That was over you. All right, or you your gas ran out. You know, those trials make that connection stronger. So we going through these trials. It's only making our connection with Yahweh Shem outside stronger if we don't leave him.
God.
All right, if we don't, you know, flee in those times of trouble. Oh no, it's better with Esau.
God.
All right, it's easier with Esau.
Hey, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua won't sleep from us unless we leave him. All right, if we stay faithful and true to him, he is bound by his word to stay faithful and true unto us.
I like what Buddha got going.
All right, hey, I'm hungry. My kids can't eat and everything.
He say he won't ever forsake you. You know, even when you're in trouble, he's always there. God, you know. You got your bricks. Yeah. This was James 1:4. But let patience have perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, with wanting nothing.
All right, all right, God. Patience, let patience have the perfect work. All right, hey, patience, the perfection of patience has to work itself out. All right, it has to work itself out. Goes back to experience is the best teacher. All right, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving us. Hey, that's why we pray for endurance. Endurance goes into what? Patience. All right, be long suffering, as the brother just said.
It's like when you letting the patience work, you get to see the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I mean? By being patient. What you say, he works through patience. Yeah, right? Not gimme, I want it now. It's my cash and I want it now. No, it don't work that way.
Hey, because then you look at it as what? A problem child. You know,
Baby.
hey, you remember those movies? All right. I got Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 9, and it reads, "But wisdom delivereth from pain those that attend unto her." All right, and wisdom will deliver you from pain if you attend unto wisdom. The wisdom, hey, the beginning of fear. The fear is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge. All right, and that's fearing Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, verse 10. When the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, when the righteous fled from his brother's wrath, she guided him in right path, showed him the kingdom of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, and gave him knowledge of holy things, made him rich in his travails, and multiplied the fruits of his labor. All right. Hey, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua did what? Hey, he gave Jacob, he gave Joseph, hey, the kingdom. All right, for their easiest way to say mishaps. All right, because wisdom, hey, the wisdom that they partook of was the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, they had to go back like 4 flats on a Cadillac. That's the way that they leaned on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because he always been there. All right, for them. All right, which led them unto being what? Hey, their names talked about now until this day. All right, hey, being a forefather. All right, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has ordained. All right, it was all through wisdom. It is all through wisdom and patience and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that is recorded.
You were speaking on Joseph when Joseph had rulership in Egypt.
Yep. And Joseph, hey, his brothers sold him. His brothers sold him, and then what? Hey, what happened too? Which is, hey, this is detrimental to understand as well. Now, what did his fourth brother do? Judah. All right. Hey, his brother had mercy and recognized that he was wrong. All right, because 4 goes into the mercy, and what tribe did Yahushua come out of? The tribe of Judah. All right, goes to show that wisdom, hey, even though his brother had sold him with his other brothers, all right, it took that patience, that wisdom, all right, as he obtained it, and had to wear that guilt. All right, and then he said, I don't want my father, as you go in the story, it's like, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short, but I don't want my father basically to be troubled from my youngest brother, Benjamin, being here. All right, so I'll stay myself. I'll stay myself and admit that we were wrong. We did this. Okay? Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is just in all his ways, and the way that he has set everything up, hey, is through trials. All right? process. Slocky. Progress is that process that Yahweh Shem Shai puts us in the trial. Okay? Hey, this is how we get to that straight gate.
Right, and you know, your true character comes out in times of adversity.
God.
You know, Joseph in that story, you know, Joseph was a stand-up, a stand-up guy. You know, he didn't let that adversity lead him, deeper down, deeper into worse stuff. He actually, because the way he handled the situations that he was put into,
I got it.
he was raised up into higher places.
And didn't have malice. He didn't hold the malice against his brother. Hey, like Esau, Edom. Right. This is verse 11. I'm going to read through 12. Verse 11, and it reads, in the covetousness of such as oppressed him, he stood by him and made him rich. She defended him from his enemies and kept him safe from those that lay in wait. And in a short conflict, she gave him the victory, that he might know that godliness is stronger than all. Right? Hey, to be straight and to be in one accord with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? As it says, the book of Amos 3 and 7. How can two walk together unless they be in agreement? All right. Hey, and these men of the scriptures, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's prophets are what? Hey, they are in agreement. Okay? They are in agreement. We are in agreement with Yahweh Shem Yahushai's program. Okay? Because what is he provided unto us? Riches. All right? The riches of wealth. All right? I might have 1 penny. This brother might have 1 penny. That brother might have 1 penny. But yeah, I have a penny. There's Jakes out here that have no pennies. All right? I'm rich in comparison to somebody who has nothing. This brother's rich in comparison to somebody who has nothing. That brother's rich who has somebody who has nothing. All right? This penny is not just an average penny. This is a penny of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right? Hey, that you cannot just, you can't just pick it up off of the ground. Okay? So, Lucky, I went on a little. You want me to put that?
No, you could. I got one real quick. You drop that? Or? Yeah, you could drop that. You want
Second Peter?
No, I was in Revelation 3 and 3 and 17.
Revelation 3 and 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increases with goods, and I have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable, and poor and blind and naked. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white remnant, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of the nakedness do not appear, the anointed thine eyes with that they mayest see.
Right, so it's knowledge is true riches with the Most High. All right, the people of this world, and starting with the other heathen nations that have substance. All right, they have they may have things of this world, but they don't have the true treasure of the Lord. All right, they don't have the gifts that are actually going to be of value, and that true value. And gold, it says that wisdom is as rubies. Wow. All right, because that wisdom and this knowledge, all right, the protection in these upcoming times, which the elect will have. As I said, he's gonna make us that has this eye salve, that he gave this eye salve to appear in those white raiment. You know, that's the elect. All right, he's gonna make their sin not appear. All right, that sin, you know, through the mercy and through the sacrifice that Yahweh had made for us. All right, and the continual process of us being tried as gold in the fire. All right, it's a cleansing process, and we're not gonna have to be cleaned out with the rest of this world, which is gonna be in that lake of fire. All right.
I got it. You go ahead. It's Matthew 13 and 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in a field, the which when a man has found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field.
All right. Here you go.
See? Yeah. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking godly pearl, whom when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it.
Right. Hey, the kingdom of heaven is cannot be measured. All right.
God.
As I said, we're gonna receive, you know, 100, hundredfold.
Hey,
You know.
what does it say? The eyes have not seen, ears have not heard.
Right.
Your mind can't imagine the glory in the kingdom of heaven. All right, roughly paraphrasing scripture. Do you understand what that is?
That's that later.
All right.
It's that now and later. 2/3 want that now, but the elect, Lord willing, that's us. We want that later. We want that.
Yeah, we're putting our stock in that.
Oh yeah.
We're
Stocking up your treasures in heaven.
yeah, laying up your treasures in heaven, doing these videos, making our lives a living sacrifice. Why? Because we know that our labor is not in vain. We know that Yahweh God's word is good. All right, for what He said shall not return unto Him void. So if we put in the work, He's going to reward that. All right, He's going to hold good on His word. This is Romans 8 and verse 18. For I reckon, what I want to. Here we get it. For I reckon that the sufferings of the present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. All right. And we have a glory that's going to be revealed in the nation of Israel. That it starts with those new bodies. All right. Not being subject to this flesh. All right. Having power. All right. True power.
True power.
That's what it starts with. It starts with, salvation and coming into these, coming into the order of Yahweh Shai.
Sorry. Hey, believing upon the testimony, the doctrine that is given. All right, as Yahweh Shem Shai has ordained. Okay.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
This is 2 Corinthians 4:17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far and more excellent and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
All right, John, you can read down on that.
Yeah.
There's only a couple more. Right?
No, that was yeah, but this chapter 5.
No, that's good.
Hey,
Yeah.
just read it again.
You could start up a couple.
God.
I can start at 4.
Because what you're 2 Corinthians 4?
Yeah, 2 Corinthians 4:14.
Read from 10, I believe. I believe it's 10.
Okay, 10. This is 2 Corinthians 4:10. Always bearing about in the body the dying of Yahweh Shai, that the life also of Yahweh Shai might be made manifest in our bodies. For we which live are also delivered into death for Yahweh Shai's sake, that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our mortal flesh.
Right, that it might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. Goes back into the doctrine of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, bearing that witness and bearing testimony of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. All right, so that hey, if we be dead, if we be dead to this world, we live in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. All right, hey, there's no other way. You can't have it both ways. You can't be alive in the world and seek the world and be in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. It's contrary. Right? Hey, you have to love not the world, as the brother said. You have to, hey, forsake everything.
Carnality is imitate the Most High.
God. Yeah, continue.
Continuing, so that death worketh in us, but life in you. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak, knowing that he which rose up, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, shall rise up us also by Yahushai, and shall present us with you.
What is that that is speaking? Hey, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Wisdom. Wisdom and knowledge is speaking through these scripts.
And the believers of this truth have already been raised up from that dead state.
God.
All right?
Bones in the dry valley. Or dry bones in the valley.
Valley of dry bones.
Valley of dry. I'm saying it all backwards. Salaki.
Bones that are dry.
Right.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
For all things are for your sake. That
Salaki, I'm gonna say it. For all things
are for your sake.
for your sake.
Right. Who is this world made for? Who is this world made for? You know, according to Colossians, 1. All right. 2nd Ezra 6. All right. 50 something. You know, this world was made for our sake.
God.
All right. It's not for the heathen. All right. Yahweh Shem outside didn't. Deuteronomy 32 and 8.
Yep.
He divided it according to the lot of Jacob. All right. To the lot of Israel.
All right. Hey, yeah, and Yahweh gave his, and Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, hey, made this for Yahweh Shai. All right, allowed him that he gave him the blueprint so that he might have his favorite toy in retrospect. Right? He's the only begotten son. Okay? And he gave him what? All things. Okay? So how could it be anything else? All right, he said, read that again. He said, for whose sake?
For this is 2 Corinthians 4:15. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many responded to the glory of the Most High. For which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Right. Though the outward man perish, all right, though you get tired in the flesh, though that these devils try to beat the saints down continuously day in and day out, hey, we perish not. All right, even if a brother dies in the truth, he still didn't perish in vain. All right, because his works follow him. All right. Hey, for giving the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, stand fast, stand faithful, and stand true. All right.
Let me interject real quick. This is Second Esdras 2 and verse 35. It says, "Be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. Flee the shadow of this world. Receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly."
God. And that's what brothers are doing, testifying Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hey, openly. All right. Making their bodies a living sacrifice out on the highways and byways. All right. Hey, giving all glory and honor and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So day in and day out. All right. Hey, we do not faint. All right. Read from do not faint again. Okay. I think it was 17 or 16.
Okay. This is 2 Corinthians 4:16. For which cause we faint not.
God, we faint not. All right. For his cause we faint not. We ask you how about Shimei Shai to continue us in his stead. We ask you how about Shimei Shai to allow us to endure. All right. Brothers wake up another day vexed but proud and thanking you how about Shimei Shai that we can continue to do the work. That we remember the name when we wake up. All right. Hey, because it could be taken from you. All right.
In the middle of your sleep.
In the middle of your sleep. Yahweh Shimei Shai can bug you out. All right. If you care not for Yahweh Shimei Shai, he will show no care for you.
Respect the person.
I got a script for you. This is Proverbs 24:10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. And so you know that you have little faith. Right? What did Yahushua tell his disciples? Oh, ye of little faith. You know, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, that's how powerful faith is. Hey, faith is our strength. Our strength comes from this belief, from our belief in Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, it's like you know, Peter Pan. The kids didn't believe that they could fly. All right, but to fly, they had to really believe it. Well, this is what's happening with this truth. Yahweh Shemel Shai revealed the secret and exposed the belief. And now these end time prophecies are being fully manifested because that vibration is being pushed. All right, from the word of
the prophets. All right, it started from with us going into the gates of the nobles, with the prophet going into the gates of the nobles and lifting up that banner, this Bible, this book, this word. All right,
prophesying against Mount Seir. All right, prophesying against the high places, these governments. You want to finish that out?
Okay. Continuing. But through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more excellent and eternal way of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
All right, and this whole place is gonna go down. This world is gonna be a thing of the past. All right,
The fashion of this world,
this fashion of this world is gonna fade away. All right, and it won't be remembered. All right, but our works that we do here, they're gonna be remembered by the Most High, and we will receive, all right, our reward for them.
I got a couple for you.
We're gonna receive that pay.
This is going to be First Timothy chapter 2, and I'm going to start at 14 and read. Of these things, put them in remembrance, charging them before Yahweh, Shimei Shai, that they strive not about words to no profit, but to the subverting of their hearts. All right, hey, that you believe on the account of Yahweh Shimei Shai with all truth and sincerity in your mind. Okay, he said, put you in remembrance. All right, that is why the men are out on the highways and byways proclaiming and preaching the name of Yahweh Shimei Shai, hey, giving his judgment and his testimony. Okay, verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Shimei Shai, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, righteously dividing the word of truth. All right, hey, and Yahweh Shimei Shai, it says not only study but divide the word of truth. Okay, be not ashamed when these matters concern your soul. All right, roughly paraphrasing scripture. All right, it is Yahweh Shimei Shai, Slakia, who can lead you to salvation.
Right, what did Yahweh say he was coming with? He said he came
with a reward.
Yeah, but he said that he has come for every house
at variance, you know, to create division. All right. Now, going into that, this world ain't gonna see eye to eye. All right, with the doctrine. All right. You got it.
Go ahead.
You got it. That was the point I wanted to make.
verse 18, and it reads, "Who concerning the truth have erred, saying saying the resurrection is past already, and otherwise the faith of some, nevertheless the foundation of the power Yahweh Shem Yahushai standeth sure, having the seal that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai knoweth them that are his."
Right. Now go to Ezekiel 9 and 4. All right. The seal that he's putting a marker on them. Okay. Not the charagma.
This is Ezekiel 9 and 4. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said unto him, Go to the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem, and set I forgot how to say mark. Mark upon the forehead of the man that sign, and that the cry of all the abominations that have been done in the midst thereof.
Right. You see, hey, the angels know who's who. All right. Now that spiritual discernment, it's talking about you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. What? No. Yeah. The more.
Not that
Yeah.
said it.
The what?
The what?
Yeah.
Okay, the what? That's
Not Karagman.
yeah. The what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but you can say Mark. We ain't gonna say.
I have more.
But that is all right. That's the wah. All right, which is the Hebrew for the mark is the sign of exemption. Okay, it's been a minute since I went over it, but yeah, that sign that mark of exemption, so the people know, or so the angels know who not to touch. Now the other angels, you know, reading down one more, they just stand out to destroy everybody else. All right, those death angels. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna finish that.
Yeah, you know.
Continuing on, that was 2 Timothy 19. I'm gonna start from the top. 19 or Slakia 2 and 19, and it reads, "Nevertheless, the foundation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai standeth sure, having sealed Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, seal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, knowing them that are his, and let everyone that nameth the name of Hamashiach depart from iniquity."
Right. So that name is going to be a part of that seal. If you ain't got that name, guess what? You ain't going to be saved. Acts 4 and 12. So there's not salvation in any others. Okay? Hey, the name of the Lord is that first password. All right? That secret that you must receive. You know, we go into the scriptures on that. Proverbs 30. All right? So on and so forth. There's the Lord's name, Proverbs 18 and 10. The Lord's name is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it.
Starts with the name. All right. There we got another one. This is a book of 2 John. Start at verse. I'm gonna start at verse 5, and it reads, "And now I beseech thee, lady, not though I write a new commandment unto thee, but that which is had from the beginning, that we love one another, and the love and this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye shall walk in it." That's the point. For many deceivers are entering into the world, who confess not Yahweh Shai Hamashiach is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an antichrist. All right. So like it. Look to yourselves that we lose not those things which we have wrote. We have wrote, but that we receive a full reward. Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of a Mashiach, has not Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, he have he that abideth in the doctrine of the Mashiach, he has both the Father and the Son.
Right.
My glasses got
can't-
off on.
You can't believe one and not the other. Okay. Hey, they're on the same accord. They're not the same person. Okay, as that scripture clearly says.
Right, I gotta figure that too.
This is 1 John 2:23. Whosoever denies the Son, the same hath not the Father, but he that acknowledges the Son has the Father there also.
Right. Hey, you have to have both. Right?
It says, kiss the son lest he be angry. All right. You think if and Yahweh
Howard Shai has what? The keys to the gates of hell. All right. He has the ability to mark you for exemption or judgment. All right. He's the judge. He's the Judge Dredd. You know. He gets the final call. Okay. Where you going live?
And can you, matter of fact, go back to 1 John, 2 John, and go to verse, I think it was 8, right there, right quick, because he said of the flesh. Let's point that out right quick.
1 John 2:8.
Yeah, 1 John 2 and 8. 2 and 8. 2 John.
Oh, second.
2 John 2 and 8.
Okay.
The humidity just kicked in on me.
Burning water.
Yeah, my glasses got all foggy. I couldn't see it.
This is second John 2:8. Look to yourself that we lose not those things which we have broke, but we that receive a full reward. Whosoever transgress and abandoneth not in the doctrine of the Mashiach hath not the Most High. He that abandoneth in the doctrine of the Mashiach, he hath both the Father and Son.
And then, what's it, 7?
How many devices that enter into the world?
It said, the flesh.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
7.
Yes. 2 John 2, 2 John 7. For many deceivers are entered into the world who confess not that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an antichrist.
Right. This is a deceiver and antichrist. Hey, to believe upon the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you have to believe Yahweh Bashem Yahushai comes in the volume of the book. All right, that Yahweh was a witness of him. Okay? And the witness says that Yahushai came in the flesh.
Right, John. That was his best friend. You know? Hey,
I know. I got Galatians. Galatians 4. I'm gonna go directly to the point. Galatians 4:4, and it reads, "But when the fullness of time was come, the power sent forth his son, made of the woman, son made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons." All right. Hey, because being the purification that Mary had to go through.
right. And she was under the law because she was an Israelite. You know, she was an Israelite woman. All right. And but another one you go to is John in the first chapter. He made the word flesh.
John.
All right.
Matter of fact, John 1st chapter, and because I'm holding
John.
yeah, I'm holding up 1 Corinthians.
You know, but
John 1:1.
Some people will tell you that Yahushua came as he was a spirit. You know, which wasn't wrong. Another one, is it 1 and 1 or
He came in the Word.
he's the word.
The same in the beginning. He was the Word.
It's like a little bit further down.
Lucky I forgot what I was gonna go to. Another one that he wasn't a spirit even after he rose. What he had was the disciple that wanted to see or feel his wounds. You know. It should be like one and it's right there. Okay. It's just down a little bit.
Or no, 6.
1 and 6, yeah.
This is John 1 and 6. There was a man sent from the Most High, whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not the light, but was sent to bear witness of the light.
No, go down 13.
Okay.
You read,
13.
wait, that wasn't it either. Hold on. Suck, it's getting dark. Should be in the word was made flesh. The same in the first chapter. Unless I'm in the wrong chapter. Oh, like 1:18.
It is John 1 and 14.
Oh, well done.
Oh, yeah.
This is John 1 and 14. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. And we behold his glory, and the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth.
Right. So that shows that the word, you know, Yahweh Shai is the word. All right. And that word was made flesh. Right. Meaning that this word was the actual person. Yahweh Shai was a living embodiment of this book. All right.
You done with that?
Yeah. You got it.
This is the book of Hebrews. It's going to be chapter 2. Block it. Chapter 2. And right. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, and verse 14, and it reads, "For so much then as the children are partakers of the flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took a part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death." That is the devil, right? And we know that's Esau, Edom. All right, continuing on into the point, and delivered them who through though fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Adam. Wherefore is all things, it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to Yahweh, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people, for in that he himself hath suffered, being tempted, he is able to secure them that are tempted. All right, and that just goes to prove that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that Yahweh sent Yahweh Shai, hey, in the flesh.
Yeah, I got another example. You go first.
God, and we can use the MOTB and then
This is Philippians 2, and I'm gonna start at 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in the Mashiach Yahushua, who being in the form of the Most High, that it is not robbery to be equal with the Most High, but made himself in no reputation, and look upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men.
And he was made in the likeness of man. It says right there. The other one that it says is that Yahushua was made a little bit lower than the angels. All right. Now this here in John 20 and St. John 20 and verse. I'm gonna start at 24. It says, this is the account where Thomas said he needed to have that actual proof. All right. This is after the resurrection, right, when Yahushua visited the people. Okay. After he died, when he rose again. And, John 20 and John 20 and 24. But Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus, was not with them when Yahushua came. The other disciples therefore said unto him, We have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, Except I shall see his hands, the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. And after 8 days, again his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Yahushua, and the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, Peace be unto you. Then saith he to Thomas, Reach hither thy finger, and behold my hand, and thither, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but believing. And Thomas answered and said unto him, My Lord and my power. Yahushua saith unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. So he actually went through that process and felt it and saw that Yahushua was he came back as a man. Right. All right. After his resurrection, he was a man before his resurrection. All right. He wasn't a spirit walking around like a damn ghost, like a hologram. But you want to close out?
yeah. You go ahead and close up here. Hey, just MOTB. Hey,
Don't take
don't see it.
The
RFID.
right?
Neuralink.
Don't take don't fall into this man's system. You see the videos on all the brothers' channels right now.
God.
All right, so with that, Lord willing, it's been edifying camp. We're praise to eat. Give all honor, glory, and praise. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, teaching real well, peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful of the lake. Hey, shalom, follow Yasharallah.
Shalom. Shalom.
Yeah, how much you gonna just account?